Hey again, guys. So I thought I would do a video on where I got my information on cards over the years. I get asked that a lot. How do you learn about all these vintage sets and, where do you go to learn about these things? And there are lots of resources today that weren't available to me years ago. Net54 website, I know there's a lot of discussion on there. I personally don't go on there. But I do know a lot of information's on there. Facebook groups now we have PSA website that gives you a description if you want to look something up specifically. But over the years, they've made many publications. I've shown you some of the baseball magazines from the 80s and so forth. But back in the early 2000s, who remembers these? Sports Collector Digest. They were like a newspaper. I loved these. I had an article published on how to be careful on eBay once, and I used to interact with the publisher. One time I checklisted a set that they didn't have in the standard catalog here, and they used to call me for quotes and interview me once in a while. But these were great. Like this one featured the 1960 Leaf set. So throughout the years, I read about these, and then they came out with the Beckett Vintage back in the day, and they had discontinued it, but now they have it again, and I subscribe. And of course, they would always feature different old sets. And there was another magazine, and I'm not sure if they're still around. It was called Old Cardboard. And man, if you were into the E-cards or the rare early cards, that magazine was phenomenal. I saved every one I ever had. And I have a whole library of old magazines where if they featured a set or information I wanted to keep for later, I saved them. I still do that with a lot of the magazines, the Beckett magazines. Some of them don't have a whole lot of good information I want to save. I'll throw those away. But the ones that have information on a particular set, I save all those. And PSA magazine too, that's a great one. This was something from the early 90s or mid 90s, classic sports memorabilia. Beckett made these. And the Diamond magazine, I believe the MLB published these. I have these laying around, books like the top 200 sports cards in the hobby. But these old magazines, I just loved them. And there was another newspaper I used to get, and I can't remember the name, but I remember when I was young sitting next to my dad watching a game, and I was so excited to get this. I would prop back and just read the articles on old sets, up-and-coming players. They did a little bit of financial, what rookie cards to pick up, that sort of thing. So these are the publications I've always used. This is a dangerous book to read. I have read through it like the Bible on a regular basis just to read up on new sets. And, there's all kind of sets in here that you don't know existed. And man, I'll see it and then I'll be like, what happens? I go on eBay, start looking around. So I have to really monitor myself with this book because it makes me spend too much money. But something else that I found, which is hilarious, I found this tucked away with some of these old publications, and it's a notebook I kept, and I have not looked through it in probably since 2003 or 4. And I'm gonna look through it now, but I had made a whole list of the cards I wanted to acquire. And just in leafing through it, it looks like there's way too many to go through them all here, but I'm gonna go through here and see how many I can check off the list, because I know there has to be a lot. So what did I have down here? I have a whole thing of want lists, and I was checking them off as I got them. So what do I have on here? T206 Trish Speaker, got that. T206 Big Ed Walsh, got that. T206 Johnson Portrait, got that. What else? 51 Bowman Duke Snider, Sal Magley, got those. 52 Tops Duke Snider, Gil Hodges, and Bill Dickey. Well, I got the Hodges and the Snider. I guess I got to go get to Dickey now because I wrote it down at some point. 69 Willie Mays and Nolan Ryan. Got those. Oh, this is awesome. 66 Topps pitching leaders with Koufax. Got that. 81 Topps traded Cal Ripken Jr. rookie. I got that. 33 or 34 Gaudy Dizzy Dean I wrote. I got the 34 Dizzy Dean. 41 Play Ball Paul Ruffing. I got that. 33 Gaudy Pie Trainer. I got that. Rogers Hornsby Fielding. I got that. Oh man, I've really added a lot to my collection since 2004. This is awesome. I'm gonna spend some time going through here. But anyway, these are some of the publications that I've got over the years. Now, I currently subscribe to Beckett Sports Card Monthly. And I like to get the Sports Card Monthly because it lists all the sports. And that's, you know, if you get the baseball only or the football only, like I collect everything. So that's a lot of publications. On occasion, I will subscribe to the individual ones as well, but currently I'm not. I definitely get Beckett Vintage. That's an absolute must. It's an absolute must. I don't currently belong to PSA, but I joined PSA mostly for the magazine. It's an awesome magazine. The only problem I have with it really is that everything they show is like a 9 and a 10. And so, you know, your copy always looks substandard to the ones they show, no matter what set it is. It'll be like T206 and a, you know, 7 or 8. It's like ridiculous kind of stuff. But they're self-promoting. But at the same time, they provide great articles on different sets and, you know, interview collectors to put them together, that kind of thing. So that's a great publication. And then, of course, Sports Collectors Digest has always been one of my favorites. I've always been attracted to their publications. And I think they're the ones that put out Tough Stuff years ago. So those are the publications I currently get. And, of course, watch a lot of YouTube. I am a member of SABR Baseball Cards on Facebook. They have a group, and I post a lot of stuff, and you learn a lot on there. And if you don't know, SABR is the society, I forget what it stands for, but it's it's the Baseball Society. And if you want to learn about new players, in addition to Wikipedia, you can go onto their website and type in a player's name, and they'll pull up their stats and a little bio on them. Although it has amazed me that I've tried to get information on some more obscure players that aren't in there, because that's what they do, is they study the history of baseball. So sometimes it's a little surprising they don't have the information I'm looking for, but they do have a lot of information. So those are kind of my go-tos, and I just thought I'd share those with you. So thanks for watching.